Okay, we're sitting inside a 2006 GMC Sierra 1500 with the 5.3. Complaint is no AC. Let's see. 110. Sounds like it needs a belt too. Okay, AC. Everything good to go. Okay, when I'm pressing that, see that top one AC switch? Press it. On, off. On, off. Alright. I don't know about you, but I can't hear a clutch out there. And we're at 83 degrees in the cab with no signs of cooling. And if you notice, it says AC permission withheld. So here's some conditions that will not allow the AC compressor to kick on. Okay, now we're gonna switch this AC compressor clutch on with this scan tool. We're gonna press on, we should hear it click. Hear it click. Got our gauges hooked up. She is empty. All right, so we're just gonna introduce some shop air into the system. And 120 should do it. All right, I want you guys to keep an eye on those gauges. I'm gonna turn this AC on real quick. You want the low to drop and high to rise. Let's take these gauges off and spray this system down with some soap, and hopefully we find it in about 2 minutes, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Okay, my stool's real noisy that I'm standing on, but again, we're at the suction hose going into the compressor. Front of the motor is this way. All right, so we're going to spray it down, and you should be able to hear it. Let's get some more liquid on there. Don't be shy. Okay, see if you can hear it. I'm going to shut up. I think you guys can hear that. Let me get you closer. Okay, here we go. I'll try and shut up again. You guys let me know if you hear anything down there. Hold on. Hold on. That was me. I heard the bubbles a little bit. You're just fizzing away. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and quote out for a suction hose. This has a fixed orifice tube. I thought it was a TXV system, but it's got a little orifice tube on there. Inside of there, I should say. So we'll see all of that, how all that goes, taking that apart. So the lines was hooked up. Not too bad. It really is just 2 bolts, guys. So I didn't show you that. Make sure it has the O-rings and everything. Evacuated. Here's your orifice tube. Change that and charge it up. So now we got a charge. It's running, but it's intermittent. Okay. I'm suspecting this low side pressure switch here So it is ground side switch. So I have a little bulb hooked up. Probably should put a jumper wire, but it's connected to power. And as you can see, so the compressor's on right now, and if you listen, it'll turn off. Okay. Compressor's off. And then once it kicks back on, it's gonna send a ground to that T-pin through this little light. So what I'm gonna do is set this up here and wait for it to break. So I might tape these up and then just set this in the engine bay here so I can pull over and see that, yeah, the pressure switch is faulty. This is the setup here. Just kind of tape them together. So the computer sending, or the HVAC module, whatever, is sending ground to the low side pressure switch. And then I have this grounded. Or I'm sorry, this is to power, and that's to the ground on the switch, okay? Because it's ground side switch, like I said. So when it gets grounded, the AC compressor should come on. So I'm gonna set this here like this. Drive down the road. See if I can get it to break. Light is not out. It is not the low side pressure switch. That's unfortunate.
After going for that test drive, looking back at the data, and I'm seeing that I'm losing that AC request and the AC relay command is clicking off intermittently. So we're going to track that down.
We got decent AC performance. We just threw that hose and an orifice tube on there. Pressures are holding steady. The only problem is I don't have any control over it. If you notice, I'll turn the AC off. Worked that time. AC switch off. Recirc is off, but it's on. So we got ourselves a wiring diagram. This is for the HVAC control module. That's that button we were pressing and nothing was going on. A little frosty flake there. That's supposed to make contact. Let's see. There's your low side pressure switch. So coming out of the HVAC module, that is a data line. What are it's class 2 serial data on this vehicle. And that goes to the powertrain module. And then the powertrain module is actually the one that grounds this relay that's underneath the hood. And this is where we are going to be. We are going to be checking for powers and, you know, grounds. I'm suspecting we are missing this ground. So we'll see. We'll go from there. Okay, we got some tools. Let me see if we can get to this relay here. Here's the box. AC compressor. So it's right there. Okay. So let's find it. Stay. Let's see. Horn. AC compressor right there. I need some pliers. Okay, so we got a little relay jumper in there, and we got power on 87. Also, we got power. This is, let's see, that's 85. We got power. Okay, so all we're waiting for is this the ground, and this is what our little button on the inside is going to do. Maybe the AC compressor kick on. So we don't have, we're losing this fellow right here. We got nothing going on. We're pressing this button. Nothing's going on. The AC low pressure side switch we already tested. That's good. this is the data line, so it would be throwing no comm codes. It could be, obviously anything in this schematic. It could be PCM data lines, but most likely, and what I'm calling, is the HVAC control module, just because when we were pressing it, the scan tool wasn't reacting. This isn't reacting up here. And again, data line, you know, our pressure side's good. So I really, if we were having an issue with the data line there, I'm thinking it would throw a code, and this is a common failure. And guess what? That's a common failure too, the low pressure switch. That's why I went after that first. But I'm gonna rip the dash apart. I'm gonna run up to Junkyard, grab one. They're 30 bucks. I'm gonna see if that works. Okay, so now you can kind of see why I went down this path. One little piece of plastic, so a trim removal tool, and oh gosh, 7mm, and then a couple of these little push tabs on either side, and it's out. 5 minutes. So now I am gonna verify powers and ground. So here's that backside connector there. That's the one we're worried about. It's got the data lines on there. It's got all the fun stuff, all the inputs. It's got a 5-volt ref on there. So we can check all of those if something doesn't work. But to be honest, I'm just gonna plug the other one in real quick and see if we get that light to flicker out there and get a good ground to that relay. So just to wrap this video up, got the module installed here. Got some good AC performance, hovering around 40. Up on the screen, we got those commands and the request for the AC. And let's see if we got control. Press the AC button. I have that test light hooked up to the control on that relay. So we press this AC button. There we go. Go ahead and turn her off. There we go. All right, that's gonna do it for this video. Catch you all in the next one. See ya.